Right now, snow cleanup continues. The important reminders that you need today. Plus, it wasn't only cars and trucks having trouble on the road, with dozens of city buses also stuck spinning the tires.
And we have cloudy and foggy conditions this morning. I'll time out some winter precipitation we might receive today, as well as could we see the sun this weekend.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us on weekend mornings. Hope you had a nice long week. I'm Shane. He's Greg. It's a nice Saturday morning after a lot of snow yesterday, yeah. Greg. It's starting to, it wasn't too cold coming in today. No. The roads were still a little wet, but not too terrible of conditions. What's today looking like? Well,
the problem with all the melting going on and all that moisture is you get the fog, and that's the problem we're dealing with this morning. 3/4 to a mile, most locations, even dense fog as you go in some actual locations. There's a dense fog advisory out to Iowa to 9 a.m., but the whole area is seeing the fog. Right now, there's your temperatures. That is the good news, is that we are above freezing for most areas, except as you go further La Crosse. So there are still some slick spots, but that's more western Wisconsin up to La Crosse, maybe up to the Dells and those areas where you still might see some areas that went below freezing. There is some light snow that's going to be pushing across the area. We have a little weak system. Shouldn't pose much of a problem in the way of accumulation today. A few showers, sprinkles, or flurries. Once again, temperatures will be above freezing. So accumulation is going to be north of La Crosse for that concern. So that's something we're watching today. But otherwise, nothing like we saw yesterday. There's your temperatures upper 30s getting to, so the roads will be wet. That's the good news. We're not going to lose the fog or the clouds today. Same for La Crosse, too. A few snow showers coming through. Once again, temperatures in the mid to upper 30s, so the good news is the roads will be wet today. Maybe not such the story tonight. There's your weak system. You can see the clouds with that pushing across Minnesota. Clear skies to the west. That's good news. The bad news is we got a system that's just coming in the west coast. That's the big one for Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll give you a first glimpse of that, but also I'll time out what we see with the precipitation and if we'll see this fog again once again tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's really foggy out there. I just looked outside in the parking lot.
That's the problem with melting snow this time of year, and basically your sun angle is pretty low. Yeah. It's hard to burn it off.
All right, well, be slow out there, take your time. And when it comes to cleaning up Friday's storm, the city's plow crews, well, they're clearing all of the streets, given that it was more than 3 inches of snow that accumulated. They started overnight into Friday morning and will likely continue this morning. So because of that, snow emergency parking rules will be in place for tonight and tomorrow evening. So keep that in mind. If you're parking and that affects you, those rules will be in place tonight and tomorrow. Well, cars weren't the only ones that you might have seen stuck in the roads yesterday, as the city of Madison's Metro Transit reported dozens of buses stuck in the snow or in traffic, causing delays for public transportation riders. Some of you might have been involved in those delays. Our Arman Rahman has more.
If you woke up and thought, I'm going to save myself the trouble of driving in the snow and take the bus today, odds are you may have had some regrets. Metro Transit officials counted about 20 buses stuck in snow at their peak.
That doesn't even count the ones stuck in traffic, just traffic jams. Most of our buses got stuck due to hills. Observatory Drive was a challenge for us today, so we were rerouting some of those routes that are on hilly areas.
While hilly routes are just a problem buses have to deal with every winter, officials say one way residents who live near bus stops can help is be mindful of where they park.
Making it harder to get out. Sometimes when you're not even parked in a bus stop, just parked near one, when the snow comes, it affects it.
And if you find yourself needing public transportation on days like today, you can track your bus in real time and plan your route on the Metro Transit website. Otherwise, they just ask for your patience.
We are not immune to snowstorms any more than any other traffic is. So when snow happens, there will be delays.
That was our Arman Rahman reporting there. Transit officials add, if you ever feel your usual bus stop isn't safe, don't trudge up a snowy hill or stand in ice. Instead, find a safe place to wait and flag down your driver. And a quick reminder, too, for home and property owners here in Madison, city officials say the snow that fell yesterday must be cleared from public sidewalks by noon today. So you got about 4 hours to get this done. They say, too, that prompt removal is always best in everyone's best interest. So, again, you've got about 4 hours until you need to have that snow cleared up. 8:03 this morning, a devastating fire Friday in Watertown claimed the lives of 3 people. Police and fire responded to the home on Western Avenue a little after noon, but when crews arrived, the house was already engulfed in flames. Officials say the intense heat and smoke kept fire crews from being able to go inside. There's been no word yet on what caused that fire. Wisconsin Assembly Speaker Robin Vos said yesterday he wants to cut taxes by significantly more than $3.4 billion in the next state budget, while remaining coy about how he wants to address major issues such as funding for school and local governments. Vos, along with Democratic State Rep Kaylin Haywood, discussed how they would like to see the legislature handle the state's projected $6.6 billion budget surplus during a virtual event Friday hosted by the nonpartisan Wisconsin Policy Forum. Vos and Republicans for months have said they want to cut taxes with an emphasis on further flattening the state's income tax rates. The last state budget passed by the legislature and signed by Governor Tony Evers cut taxes by that $3.4 billion mark. The sheriff of Pierce County appeared in court Friday after being sued by the county. The county alleged Sheriff Nancy Hovey did not have power under Wisconsin law to recruit and hire people in the sheriff's office without complying with the requirements from the county. The county's lawyer alleged only the county chair has that ability. La Crosse County Judge Ramona Gonzalez dismissed the lawsuit.
This is a case about personalities, and this is a case that would make bad law. And as such, the equities in this case require that this case be dismissed.
Judge Gonzalez said the county did not come to court with a remedy and she could not provide the county with any relief. In a statement, Sheriff Hovey thanked Gonzalez for dismissing the lawsuit. Sheriff Hovey also stated that she was looking forward to finishing out her term as sheriff and welcoming in the new sheriff-elect. More students may be coming to Wisconsin for college. At least that's the goal of a newly launched tuition program throughout the University of Wisconsin system. While UW-Madison saw record enrollment rates this year, that wasn't the case for some smaller campuses, as overall UW system enrollment fell 10% between 2010 and 2021. And that issue is expected to grow now that the state of Illinois has pulled out of the Midwest Student Exchange Program, a tuition discount program that typically brings thousands to the Badger State. During a UW Board of Regents meeting Thursday, board members approved the non-resident Midwest tuition rate. The program will begin in the 2023-2024 school year for all UW students from Midwestern states. The rate will be 150% of the cost paid by students from Wisconsin, but board members say that may increase or decrease depending on how the first year goes. The new initiative doesn't affect the current tuition reciprocity agreement between Wisconsin and Minnesota or the existing tuition agreements through the Midwestern Student Exchange Program. In November, 82% of Dane County residents voted in favor of legal marijuana. That referendum didn't actually legalize anything, but as our Braden Ross found out, there are a few legal THC products already on the market.
Pain relief, anxiety, cravings.
These are just a few of the things Knucklehead's general manager Seth Blackstone says his products can help with. They contain THC, the psychoactive molecule in marijuana that causes a high, and they're legal.
Everything that we sell falls under the law and the regulation.
The law specifies that cannabis products containing the Delta-9 THC compound are illegal. It says nothing about hemp-derived THC like Delta-8, Delta-10, and THCO. This opens a legal loophole for these new products.
A year ago, most of what we sold was just Delta-8, and now you've got all of these other derivatives that have been discovered and extracted and are now being sold.
Dr. Cecilia Hillard is the director of the Neuroscience Research Center at the Medical College of Wisconsin. Her research is focused on cannabis, and she has concerns.
People have to have their eyes open. It isn't innocuous. It isn't necessarily safe in all individuals. I will definitely say that it must stay out of the hands of adolescents.
In Wisconsin, you must be 21 to buy hemp-derived products. But Hillard warns that using them before your brain is fully developed, around 25, can cause harm. Plus, hemp-derived products aren't regulated by the FDA. You don't always know what you're getting.
It's really buyer beware. There's nobody really watching over any of this stuff. It's a relatively unregulated industry. overall.
Blackstone says his products are all checked by third-party labs.
What they're being sold as is what the customer is getting.
As far as the future of legal marijuana in Wisconsin,
At this point, we'll kind of leave that up to the politicians.
Well, in November, Governor Evers said he is planning to include marijuana legalization in his 2023-2025 budget, something the Wisconsin GOP has blocked in the past. Well, still ahead this morning, all aboard the holiday train, where it's stopping later today. And yeah, you're taking a look outside. Not much to look at. That's how foggy it is out there. So if you're driving, be careful, take your time. Greg's taking a look at those traffic conditions and the full forecast when we get back.
This portion of News 3 Now sponsored by RG Heating and Air Conditioning.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
How to holiday the Bob's way. Mr. Gnome, you look confused. I get it. Comparing two similar items from different stores is hard, but Bob's Discount Furniture makes deciding easy. Take these two sofas. Both power recline, both have USB ports, but my Avenger power reclining sofa has comfy Bobapedic seating and a neat drop-down table for fun snacks and bevs. Theirs doesn't. My Avenger is only $9.99. Theirs is a whopping $18.35. That's bananas. You know what else is bananas? Talking to a holiday gnome.
Never have I ever toured in a rock band.
Yep, I play a mean air guitar.
Never have I ever burnt the holiday dinner.
I have no reservations about making reservations.
Never have I ever put literally every single item in our store on sale, even the items that never go on sale. Every item? Oh, come on.
Join us now through December 24th for our never on sale sale. Only at Rogers and Hollins.
Wow, this is where you work now? Figured I deserved a more inspiring space. And with home values being up, I had a lot of equity. So I got a home equity line of credit from Summit, and voila, added a home office.
Took your business to the next level.
Hey, you two have been in your place for a couple years now. Any fun plans?
Well, we just finished a refi with Summit.
Really?
And the plan is to make a bunch of great memories.
We're gonna use the savings to get a camper.
Whatever your goals, Summit Credit Union can help you use your home's equity to go get them.
Your wedding day. Your love. Your style. Your celebration. Your wedding place. Discover the Madison Club, the city's premier wedding venue, featuring multiple unique spaces, stunning lake views, and award-winning cuisine. Inclusive packages now available.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, although the snow has ended, we still got some travel impacts here this weekend, especially due with all the melting and the temperature staying above freezing, which has added moisture to it. So we do have a little system come through, so that's a little bit of light rain, light snow today, but that's probably not the bigger issue. It's really going to be the fogs this morning, and tomorrow could be freezing fog as our temperatures go below freezing. That could even be worse, so something to keep in mind of Sunday morning. That creates slick spots. Obviously, with the temperatures below freezing, the road surfaces become a little slick too. May have another round of fog Sunday too, with cloudy conditions, and all attention turns to that big system that's coming Tuesday, Wednesday. And initially it looks warm and windy. Accumulation maybe Wednesday, Thursday, something we'll keep an eye on, but for right now, at least initially warm and windy. Today we have that little system coming through, provide enough lift to give us some showers, lighter rain, snow, better showers as you go further north with some accumulation in northern Wisconsin. We'll see it come through here this afternoon. Could be light rain, light snow, not a big accumulation thing to really deal with, so roads will remain wet. Then we'll have kind of really, like I said, cloudy conditions Sunday. It's not really going to change much, not much sun, maybe a few breaks farther west to go, and then by Monday we'll finally start to get the winds turned around to the south. Because of that pending system, we'll start to clear out a little bit, especially Monday morning. But with this time of year, you get fog. It's really hard to really break out of it with the sun angle so low right now. So temperatures in the meantime should climb above freezing day. We'll be in the upper 30s, most areas starting off. So then you can see 12 to 2, a few showers come through. Flurries or sprinkles, really probably the bigger thing. To the north, more showers, more accumulation maybe, but still light. That'll come through this afternoon, this evening, persist. You can see a little bit of mix down there of rain too with it. Temperatures get above freezing, they'll fall back down. Tonight with the north wind, they probably will fall below freezing tonight more than they did last night. So that once again, freezing fog, could have some slick roads, especially if moisture remains on those roadways come Sunday morning. So that's a thing to look at tomorrow. And then Sunday, little breaks, maybe, but still, temperatures overall similar to what we have on Saturday. We just may not see much cloud. Snowfall today really up to the north. We're going to see everything to the south. Not really much across westward. We're going to speak up with that system coming through. So really we're going to deal with the fog. That's the bigger issue for today and tomorrow. Once again, could be some freezing fog, which means you could have some road issues tomorrow morning to speak of. Once we get past that, we have a brief break, maybe sun Monday for once. And then we're going to get back into the next storm. That right now looks warm and windy, at least initially. And we'll see how much snow we got. It depends on the track, but right now it favors less snow than probably we saw with this current system. But definitely more wind and probably more rainfall, at least initially, and then we'll cool down towards the end of next week. So
all that pretty snow that's out on the trees is probably going to be gone.
Yeah, and the problem with all the melting, once again, fog issues at night, and then you can have the refreezing issue too going on. So that's always a problem when you have temperatures right around freezing. So yeah, it's probably going to be gone.
Slick spots for sure. And yeah, I mean, you know, the snow right now, it looks beautiful now that it's not an issue out on the roads, but enjoy it for the next few days, I guess.
Exactly.
All right, Greg, thank you very much. Well, hey, a holiday tradition is making its way around the U.S. again this year. Last night, the Canadian Pacific Holiday Train was back on the tracks in Columbus. Holiday train shows are free to attend. Canadian Pacific asks attendees to bring a cash or non-perishable food donation for local food shelters. Because they buy food at a discount, cash donations can go further than food donations to help those in need. Since the holiday train launched in 1999, it's raised more than $21 million and collected 5 million pounds of food for community food banks across North America. The holiday train will make stops in Portage at 1:15, followed by the Dells, then out in Tomah at 5:25, Sparta out at 6:45, and all the way out in La Crosse at 8:30. So if you're in any of those areas, keep an eye on this, go attend, looks like an absolute blast. Well, if you're looking for a little nostalgia this holiday season, Monroe County's History Room and Museum has exactly what you need. The museum in Sparta is inviting everyone to check out their lights and Lego displays. You'll see Christmas decorations that used to hang on Tomah streets from 1951 through 1971. Talk about a throwback. Jared Roll, the director of the museum, says the old plastic decorations were saved from an old barn. Staff cleaned them up, repaired the vintage lights so they shine like they did decades ago.
Many people recall growing up in a community, if not Tomah, Wisconsin, Sparta or Viroqua or somewhere, where their downtown was decorated with colorful plastic lights like the ones behind me.
The museum also has a 30-square-foot holiday Lego display. There you see it right there. Childhood me would have been all over that. In the spirit of the season, the museum is giving away 1 Lego set a week to a lucky kid who comes to the museum and enters their name into the contest. Very cool. Plenty of holiday fun returns to the Coulee region this weekend. The Great River Makers Market is back, this time bringing local crafters and small businesses together for the holidays. It's a perfect chance to get some homemade and handmade gifts. Vendors will have everything from candles and home decorations to baked goods and pet treats. For more information and a list of vendors, you can check out the Facebook event page. That's happening today from 9, so opens up in about 40 minutes or so. They'll be there till 3 p.m. at the La Crescent Area Event Center. You can find a full list of holiday happenings this weekend over on news8000.com. Coming up, the latest on the return of Brittany Griner. And there are several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Will Loper has his picks coming up just ahead.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
This holiday season at the Century House. Give $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
The original immersive Van Gogh exhibit is now open at Lighthouse Art Space Madison. Get lost in the sights and sounds of this completely spectacular, vivid, and breathtaking immersive art experience that ABC calls absolutely stunning. The New York Times raves that the original immersive Van Gogh exhibit is a must-see, lavish artistic festival. Tickets available now at vangoghmadison.com.
Sometimes a cough isn't just a cough, so it's better to be prepared. Keeping Binax Now handy makes it easy to test. And self-test kits may be reimbursable with no copay through your health plan. With Binax Now, you'll have reliable results in 15 minutes with the self-test that features the same technology doctors use and detects multiple variants, including Omicron BA.5. So you can always be prepared with Binax Now, the #1 COVID-19 self-test in the U.S.
What's the matter, hon?
There's nothing to do.
You should check out Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home with a 95% average payout.
And with so many slot machines, there's a game for every kind of player.
They're right, honey. And with new promotions and reward club perks all the time, there are more ways to win than ever before. Find your fun and visit Ho Chunk Gaming Madison today.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Now, what is happening?
The secret to success is always something like, hang in there, embrace the hustle.
No pain, no gain.
But at Denver Mattress, we believe the best way to get ahead is to start ahead with a great night's sleep on a Purple mattress. Soft and firm in all the right places, the GelFlex grid keeps you cool all night long, making Purple sleep better sleep. Overnight success is waiting, only at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Yeah, we still have some visibility issues out there to speak of. That's probably going to persist for most of the day, or at least through noon, just because of the moisture we have right now. So there's your visibility, 3/4 to even a half. So if you're out and about, something to keep in mind of. Precipitation-wise right now, a little bit of shower came through La Crosse up to the north, but that'll start increasing a little bit more this afternoon. Just more or less light sprinkles or flurries south of La Crosse, north, maybe some light snow coming through, but once again, temperatures should be above freezing. There's your dense fog till 9 a.m. for areas of Iowa, but overall all the areas are seeing that. Tonight could see more freezing fog as temperatures go down below freezing. So slick spots tonight, probably going to see something by tomorrow morning. Bigger storm comes on the horizon Tuesday and Wednesday. Once again, that looks more warm and wet initially, and then we'll cool off there afterwards for both locations. Like I said, accumulation doesn't look as impressive, at least right now, with that system as we saw with the previous one yesterday. But keep in mind, a lot of fog this weekend, along with some slick spots on the road. So use some caution while you're out there this weekend.
Good reminders. Thanks, Greg. Well, there's clearly no shortage of films and shows streaming nowadays. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
I want to tell you a story. It's a story you may think you know, but you don't.
Newly streaming on Netflix is the stop-motion animated film Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
People are sometimes afraid of things they don't know.
I don't understand.
Yes, it's the second Pinocchio film of the year, but this one is the far more superior version over Disney's live-action film, deepening the tale as well as the emotion about the puppet boy come to life.
The boy loves you for who you are. Please bring him back to me.
Pinocchio is streaming on Netflix now.
Are y'all ready to get started?
Newly streaming on HBO Max is Silo's Baking Competition Holiday Edition.
To get to know y'all better, we want to see your creative twist on hot chocolate.
Mixin', mixin', mixin'.
Oh, I love a blowtorch.
Bakers compete to see who can make the best version of a Christmas cookie.
For me, it's what will stand out as the holiday cookie.
Oh my gosh, I see bacon. This is apricot, cranberry, sweet marsala.
Silo's Baking Competition Holiday Edition is streaming on HBO Max now.
Perfect. By the time there's toppings on this, it's a half-pound cookie.
That's a big cookie.
It's got a nice crispy outside, the soft chewy on the inside.
Daisy, I'm gonna propose to Vanessa.
That is the one.
You heard the boss.
And those looking for their rom-com fix can check out Something from Tiffany's, streaming on Amazon Prime Video.
Come on, it's
I don't know what to say.
for a sleigh ride together with you.
Me neither.
You're beautiful.
He got my ring, I got his present.
You gotta go get the ring back.
Zoe Deutsch plays Rachel, who mistakenly opens an engagement ring not meant for her.
I know something when I see something, and that wasn't nothing.
I'm never gonna see him again, so whatever.
Something from Tiffany's is streaming on Amazon Prime Video now.
Hello again.
Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for Weekend Mornings.
Our thanks, as always, to Will Loper for putting that together. Coming up next this morning, what we know following the death of an American journalist in Qatar.
Dress up your home for the holidays at Wanakee Furniture ETC and color and cheer to your home this holiday season with stylish seasonal decor during our holiday sale. Let us brighten your room with unique accessories and great savings during the holiday sale going on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
After a lifetime in the jewelry business, Pete Denny is retiring, and Denny's Jewelers retirement sale is in progress. Save up to 60% off store-wide. All must go. All bridal jewelry, all colored stone rings, all silver jewelry, all pearls, all diamond bracelets, and pendants. Absolutely every finished piece is up to 60% off. Pete Denny and family are saying thank you, Middleton, for 40 years of support. Join us for our retirement celebration. Pete Denny is retiring, and Denny's Jewelry retirement sale is in progress. Save up to 60% off. All must go. 1903 Cayuga Street, Middleton.
Ambush attorneys are the best of what a personal injury attorney is about.
To get the most money for your case, you need to have a law firm that's unrelenting.
We will fight with all that we have in person power, in knowledge, and experience to bring about the result they deserve.
I can't give them their life back how it was, but I can give them the financial compensation to get their life back on track.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Dress up your home for the holidays at Wanakee Furniture ETC and color and cheer to your home this holiday season with stylish seasonal decor during our holiday sale. Let us brighten your room with unique accessories and great savings during the holiday sale going on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Right now, an American journalist is dead at the World Cup. What we know so far this morning. Also, what the future of prisoner exchanges could look like now that Brittany Griner is home.
And foggy conditions and some light wintry mix are expected to start the weekend, but nothing like we experienced yesterday. I'll time out the precipitation, along with a first look at a potential much stronger storm the first part of the work week.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us on weekend mornings. I'm Shane Hogan. Hopefully everyone got through the snow yesterday. It's going to be a little bit more mild today, Greg, but still some caution to have out driving today with that fog, because it's really blanketing most of the area right now.
Yeah, well, that's the problem when you get this wet snow and you don't have sun that comes out. You can kind of get that melting going on after the storm, which then provides you with fog potential for the next day. And that's what we're dealing with right now. The good news is most of the roads besides up to La Crosse are above freezing, but still the fog's going to be the issue. We're going to have temperatures above freezing today, but that could be a problem for tonight. Drizzle or flurries, it won't be quite as much as what that depicts in the background, but we're going to see some precipitation today too. So there's still some impacts. Right now it's really the fog, quarter to a half mile in many locations. Sometimes it even gets dense. So that's the bad news if you're out and about driving this morning. It's going to take time to actually get out of here. Dense fog advisory to the southeast of Iowa, but most of the area has at least pockets of dense fog right now. We do have a weak system that's coming through, providing showers right now in Minneapolis. That will spread across the area, at least northern Wisconsin area. We'll get a little bit of flurry or sprinkle in southern Wisconsin. Accumulation would be more for north of La Crosse into Wisconsin, but still that's light. Roads down here will be wet, so that's the good news. You can see futurecast going to show that kind of clipping through to the north. We could have a few sprinkles or flurries down here through evening. Once again, temperatures above freezing, which means roads wet. Right now we're above freezing at the southern, but as you go further west to La Crosse too, you got sub-freezing temperatures. So there are still some slick spots out there this morning, but not really widespread is what we had, of course, yesterday. And we'll probably see more of that come tomorrow. So big picture, there's your system that we're monitoring right now. That's a system that we got maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll time out what we're going to see today, as well as give a first glimpse of that one out west a bit later.
All right, Greg, looking forward to it. Thank you. Well-known U.S. soccer journalist Grant Wahl died on Friday after suffering acute distress while covering a match at the World Cup in Qatar. His agent says attempts were made to revive Wahl in the press box before he was taken by stretcher to a local hospital where he was confirmed dead. U.S. Soccer said it was heartbroken to learn of Wahl's death. His wife responded to the U.S. Soccer statement on Twitter, saying she was in complete shock. Wahl said in late November he was briefly detained when he tried to enter a World Cup stadium in Qatar while wearing a rainbow shirt in support of the LGBTQ community in a country where same-sex relations are illegal. The cause of his death still unknown this morning. Well, after being detained in Russia for nearly 10 months, Brittany Griner is safely back here in the U.S. The WNBA star and Olympic gold medalist was freed thanks to a prisoner swap for a Russian arms dealer. CBS's Bradley Blackburn has the latest on Griner's condition and what Vladimir Putin is saying about future prisoner exchanges.
Brittany Griner's first stop on American soil Friday was to an Army medical center in San Antonio. She was there for a standard medical evaluation, but the White House says she appeared to be in good health.
She has been reunited with her wife, Sherelle. U.S. officials who met her on the ground said she was in very good spirits.
Welcome home, BG. We miss you. We love you.
On social media, Phoenix basketball players reacted to news of her release.
I think everybody's so happy to have her home.
Yes.
Video from Russian state media shows what her life was like behind bars, doing hard labor in a prison camp for drug possession charges. Experts say reintegrating after that experience can be challenging for freed prisoners.
When you haven't been able to make your own choices for quite some time, it takes just a minute to get your confidence back under you.
Griner was part of a one-for-one prisoner exchange for Victor Boot, a notorious Russian arms dealer who was serving a 25-year sentence in the U.S. But some lawmakers and former law enforcement agents have criticized the deal.
We just sent the message out that it is good business to have an American citizen in your back pocket for that day you need a bargaining chip.
Russian leader Vladimir Putin says more swaps are possible if the U.S. is willing to compromise. Still held in Russia, American Paul Whelan. The White House says Russia refused to include the former Marine in this exchange, and President Biden has promised to continue working for his release. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Experts say about 4 dozen American citizens are now wrongfully detained overseas by foreign governments, and cases have been on the rise in recent years. The U.S. is providing more financial help to Ukraine. The Pentagon announced it is sending an additional $275 million in security assistance to the country as it continues to fight the Russian invasion. U.S. officials say this military aid package will boost Ukraine's air defenses and provide critical equipment for the battlefield. Among the capabilities provided in the package, ammunition for high-mobility artillery rocket systems and artillery rounds. To health news this morning, flu cases are on the rise as CDC experts say they have seen the virus spiking since Thanksgiving. The agency also reporting that more than a third of all flu hospitalizations and deaths this season happened in just the past week. Overall, the flu has sickened more than 13 million Americans and has led to 120,000 hospitalizations and 7,300 deaths. The amount of flu reported so far this year has already surpassed the number of flu cases recorded last year. Masks might be back this winter, with some of the nation's leading health experts encouraging people to put their face masks back on, but this time not just because of COVID-19. Flu, RSV, and COVID-19 are all impacting the nation this holiday season. Because of this, health officials are urging people to take precautions to protect themselves. That includes masks and vaccinations. Looking ahead now, it's a big weekend for NASA as the Artemis 1 mission is set to come to a close. The Orion capsule is scheduled to splash back down to Earth tomorrow, marking the end of its 26-day journey. This week, crews were out conducting recovery training exercises off the coast in San Diego into the Pacific Ocean. The recovery will last approximately 6 hours. And NASA is already getting ready for the Artemis 2 mission. The massive mobile launcher is being sent back to its vehicle assembly building at the Kennedy Space Station, in need of some repairs for the first launch, which was expected. So far, no launch date has been announced for that second mission. Well, still ahead, back in the Elite Eight, a look at tonight's big matchup for the Badger volleyball team.
Sometimes a cough isn't just a cough, so it's better to be prepared. Binax Now gives you reliable results in 15 minutes and detects multiple variants, including Omicron BA.5. Binax Now, the #1 COVID-19 self-test in the U.S.
This holiday season at the Century House. Give $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer. Now, choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order on select Ford vehicles. Lock in your rate, and you're protected.
I'm proud of you, kid.
And that's how Ford is helping you shine bright. This season, get into a 2022 Explorer SUV with 2.9% financing for 60 months at your local Ford dealer and shine bright.
The secret to success is always something like,
Hang in there. Embrace the hustle. No pain, no gain.
But at Denver Mattress, we believe the best way to get ahead is to start ahead with a great night's sleep on a Purple mattress. Soft and firm in all the right places, the Gel Flex Grid keeps you cool all night long, making Purple sleep better sleep. Overnight success is waiting, only at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
Sometimes a cough isn't just a cough, so it's better to be prepared. Binax Now gives you reliable results in 15 minutes and detects multiple variants, including Omicron BA.5. Binax Now, the #1 COVID-19 self-test in the U.S.
The
the first winter storm of the season.
You see the precipitation area expanding pretty rapidly.
And the First Warn Weather Team helped you stay prepared for snowy conditions.
Those roads are going to be very treacherous.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. First Warn Weather, only on News 3 Now. News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed. More than $500,000 recovered. And we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now.
Yeah, we got another foggy morning right now with visibilities a lot less than half at many locations, even stretching up to northern Wisconsin, Marshfield 3, Winona 1 1/4 too. So something to keep in mind of today. It's going to be stubborn to burn off. We do have some precipitation coming, a little bit of light stuff with a little system pushing to the east, more or less northern Wisconsin than central or southern Wisconsin, but still everyone might see a little bit of rain or snow today. Shouldn't be a travel issue to speak of, just the fog early this morning. You see temperatures in the upper 30s for Madison too, mid 30s for La Crosse. Once again, no accumulation with this, but the roads will be wet throughout the day. You time that out, you can kind of see the precipitation coming across here. Very light, not expected, but once again, we could see fog again tonight, and it could be freezing fog as temperatures do go below freezing. Something to keep in mind of. It could continue through Monday at both locations. So traveling this weekend, morning and night times could be kind of tricky, along with some slick roads once again if that moisture refreezes on the road. Otherwise, we were looking forward to another system in midweek that could provide more travel headaches to come.
All right, Greg, that's a good reminder. Take your time if you're heading out on the roads today. Well, tonight, Wisconsin volleyball will play in their 5th straight Elite 8. They also haven't lost since September 25th, and they're closing in on the program's first ever undefeated season at the Fieldhouse. You ask Kelly Sheffield how they've done it this year, and he'd say his team doesn't play a pretty style of volleyball. They're gutsy, they're gritty, and resilient, and Sheffield wouldn't want it any other way.
It's the Wisconsin way, the just getting in the mud and fighting and scrapping, and that's the personality that this team has become. To win 3 sets against us it's gonna take a really good effort. It's gonna take somebody that just is you know, as fearless as what this group has turned out to be.
Good luck to them tonight. It's a big match. Well, the next game on the schedule, the most important one. That's Greg Gard's mantra, and so far it's worked. That tunnel vision has the Badgers off to a 7-2 start, including a 1-0 record in the Big Ten. Tomorrow, though, it's a big one, not just because it's their next game. It's Wisconsin versus Iowa in Iowa City, a place where UW has not won since November 30th of 2018. The Badgers know Carver Hawkeye Arena will be loud, and it's one they can't wait to try and silence.
Oh, I love it. I mean, Iowa fans I'm not really too fond of, so we'll see. But I'm excited.
Brad kind of taught me that last year, going into those away games and winning. There's no better feeling than that. And then we played there my freshman year, and it was cardboard cutout, so I haven't really played there ever in my career. So it should be a lot of fun.
To high school boys hoops now, Stoughton and Monroe playing for the final time as Badger conference foes. The Vikings got off to a hot start. LaShawn Brown dials one up from deep, part of a 20-0 run for Stoughton to start the game. Monroe, though, would find their groove and start to chip away. Taylor Herbst connects from distance. The Vikings, though, wouldn't be denied. They made 18 triples and were also big on the boards. Mason Richter gets the rebound and the putback. Stoughton stays perfect with a 73-56 win. A big one in the Badger East. On the girls' side, DeForest hosting Beaver Dam. Norskies jumped out to an early lead. Jada Kelleher spots up and splashes from 3 to make it a 4-point game, but Gabby Wilkie kept the Golden Beavers in it. First, she gets the circus shot to fall in the paint, and then later in the half, Wilkie shows off her range. Beaver Dam tops DeForest in a close one, 49-46. The Wisconsin women's hockey team back on the road this week and back in Minnesota for a series against Minnesota State before the second-ranked Badgers take 2 weeks off. The all-time series between these two, listen to this, 95 wins for the Badgers and just 3 for the Mavericks. 3 ties in there as well. Mark Johnson's team couldn't have asked for a better start. 23 seconds in, Jesse Comfort lights the lamp, making it 1-0 Wisconsin. Minnesota State would tie it up later in the period, but Bucky would answer in the second. Maddie Wheeler with the one-timer. Badgers win this one again, 5-2 the final. And Wisconsin men taking on Minnesota in the border battle. This one was all Gophers. The Badgers fall 7-1 in Minneapolis. Game 2 tonight at 6 p.m. Still ahead this morning, a look at a local band that you can check out later tonight. And we're taking a live look just outside the station. It's foggy out there. Be careful if you're driving. Take your time. Greg has got the full forecast after this.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Warrens, Wisconsin.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't miss this red-hot weekend at Hy-Vee.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
What's the matter, hon?
There's nothing to do.
You should check out Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home with a 95% average payout.
And with so many slot machines, there's a game for every kind of player.
They're right, honey. And with new promotions and reward club perks all the time, there are more ways to win than ever before. Find your fun and visit Ho Chunk Gaming Madison today.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Now, what is happening?
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't miss this red-hot weekend at Hy-Vee.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, when you have a large area of wet snow and then obviously your temperatures be above freezing after that snow, you end up with a lot of moisture in the ground. So overall, that's what we're dealing with, fog really this morning. And it's going to persist here too. We got that morning. Not so much of refreezing today because most of the areas are above freezing except maybe western Wisconsin up to La Crosse. Still some slick spots. Light mix today won't be as big as issue because we're above freezing. And then fog tomorrow could be freezing fog. Something to keep in mind of. That could be even a Monday morning thing. And then all eyes turn to this big, large system that's impacting the West Coast right now. It'll impact the northern plains and the Midwest here by Tuesday, Wednesday. It's quite large and quite windy system, too, so something we're going to have to track even more as we get closer. Today, you see the light showers, light snow, light rain pushing through this afternoon. Through this evening, it should then overnight kind of cease, but there's still little sprinkles and flurries that'll be out there just because the moisture remains. You'll see then freezing fog will develop. Cloud cover does not go anywhere. Tomorrow, even with a few breaks, maybe if you go further west, but otherwise still cloudy conditions. The fog may persist for quite a bit of time in the afternoon. Finally, by Monday, we should start to see a little bit of movement with the wind starting to pick up out to the west, just because the system is approaching. So I think if there's going to be sun, it might be more Monday that we'll see a better shot of. But in the meantime, it's going to be cloudy and a lot of fog to deal with. Today, you can see those showers start to expand across the area. Once again, accumulation further north, not so much our area. Roads will be wet. You see temperatures then rise above the upper 30s this afternoon. We'll start seeing them kind of dissipate this evening, and then temperatures will start to fall below freezing tonight more than what we had this morning. So that's going to be the problem with the freezing fog setting up, and then road conditions. Any moisture left on the roads by tomorrow morning, you could see some slick spots. As you see, temperatures are below freezing for most locations. But then we should climb back up tomorrow afternoon. Fog may linger in the afternoon, with temperatures then rising back up to the mid to upper 30s. So really not much sun this whole weekend. We may see it more come Monday. Snowfall, we're expecting it to be further north with that system. We'll have a little bit here and there, but no accumulation to be expected. Once again, wet roads is the thing that we'll deal with. So if we look at the 10-day, dry Monday, that may be the best shot to see sun if we can get rid of the morning fog. Then we start the system coming by Tuesday, Wednesday, and that looks at least warm and windy initially, with maybe some accumulating snow at both locations. I think the best chance for that right now would be Wednesday night and Thursday for travel issues, but the winds will definitely be a story Tuesday and Wednesday too, and then we cool down towards the end of next week. So it's a time of year where the sun is not high in the horizon that you get this fog set up, and it's hard to get rid of the moisture if you can't dry things out.
Yeah, lot to keep an eye on, but that's what we do here. So, Greg, thanks for keeping an eye. Well, local band DISC, they've got a diverse sound ranging from rock to more electronic. We caught up with the band before embarking on their first headlining tour. Take a listen as we bring you this month's Morning Notes.
This is my daily routine. Spend my hours on computer screen.
We'll go over the members of the band.
We have Isaac DeBruce Sloan. Maybe consider him a lead guitarist if we're gonna put labels on it like that. And Shannon Connor on guitar, as well as Raina Bach on bass. We also have Logan Severson.
I play guitar and I sing and some other stuff too.
Awesome.
We kind of all switch around.
We're called DISC from Madison, Wisconsin. Happy to be here.
It's a really amazing scene here. It's been kind of an overhaul through the pandemic. I think a lot of bands and projects like ended and a lot of new stuff kind of popped up.
People here, since it's a college town, I think just really enjoy having bands to go see in town. The album's called Desperately Imagining Someplace Quiet.
I can't count the number of hours that we've spent working on all these songs.
It's our second album on Saddle Creek Records.
This record, you know, it was all 5 of us all making decisions together. You can hear that it's a more collaborative effort. There's 12 songs on the record. There's 4 songwriters on the record. And we each, as an even split of each, have 3 songs on the record.
This was the first one where we broke out the songwriting responsibilities equally, or at least the 4, minus Stu. Stu helps write the songs with everyone, though.
It's just been an absolute pleasure to be able to drum and provide what I can over these very talented songwriters' songs.
I would say we're primarily a rock and roll band that likes to splash around in other pools once in a while.
I think that, you know, we're primarily like a live band. So I'm excited for people to see it. I just think that that's how we really get people to love our band, is when they see us live. I mean, I just became an immediate fan of the band, and so I would see them a lot. They don't even remember. I used to go to all their shows where there's nobody there. As soon as I became a fan of their band, I was like, man, it'd be so cool to be in a band with these guys someday. And then it happened. And so yeah, I don't know. It's kind of been a really fun, there's a lot of serendipity that kind of occurred, and now I'm like living out my dreams, kind of. Yeah, it's great. At the very end of the tour, to when we get back, that'll be our kind of official homecoming record release show. And we have some special stuff planned.
I think it's going to be heartwarming. Yeah, hopefully we have an excited crowd for us here in Madison when we get back, and I think it's just going to be a perfect little ending.
Thanks to photojournalist Chris Hallbaker for putting that together. You can still get tickets to tonight's show at the High Noon Saloon. The show starts at 8 with the Rap Boys and Godly the Ruler opening up. Sounds like a good night. Coming up next, a cool way to thank our delivery drivers this holiday season.
Sometimes a cough isn't just a cough, so it's better to be prepared. Binax Now gives you reliable results in 15 minutes and detects multiple variants, including Omicron BA.5. Binax Now, the #1 COVID-19 self-test in the U.S.
What's got your beard in a twist, Mr. Gnome? I get it. Hosting holiday meals can be stressful, but not with Bob's Discount Furniture. I've got dining sets as low as $5.99 in multiple heights, styles, and colors with tons of features to make holiday hosting easy.
There are still too many bad burgers out there. So Arby's is running that Wagyu Steakhouse burger back. Arby's, we have the meat.
Hey, thanks for working through the holidays.
Clara, Dad says you're working over Christmas.
Here you go, Mrs. Person.
Let me pay you.
No, you're not going to pay me.
We are the helping hand.
Ollie, happy holidays to you.
Thanks for everything you do, Clara.
We couldn't let you be alone for Christmas.
We purchased the tree.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
There are moments in life, special moments, moments to share, moments to celebrate. Share the love. Celebrate the moment.
Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Save big during the Hy-Vee Meat and Seafood Sale. Get 10% off all meat, seafood, deli meat in the full-service case this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's right, get 10% off all meat and seafood in the full-service case. Steaks, chicken, salmon, shrimp, all cuts of meat, all fresh seafood. Plus, get 10% off all deli meat in the full-service case. Don't miss the Meat and Seafood Sale. 3 days only this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Hy-Vee.
Mirror, mirror on my 5-piece Tremont bedroom set. Only $9.99. Dresser and mirror, chest, queen bed, even a nightstand. At Bob's Discount Furniture, you get the quality and value you deserve, even if you like talking to yourself in the mirror. Holiday the Bob's way.
Sometimes a cough isn't just a cough, so it's better to be prepared. Binax Now gives you reliable results in 15 minutes and detects multiple variants, including Omicron BA.5. Binax Now, the #1 COVID-19 self-test in the U.S.
Mission Unstoppable, Saturday morning at 9.
Finally this morning, a new Alexa feature is giving people an easy way to show appreciation to Amazon drivers. By telling the device, "Thank my driver," that driver will also get a $5 tip paid for by Amazon. Amazon will keep paying those $5 tips until a total of $1 million is spent. The 5 drivers who get the most thank yous during that period will each get $10,000 plus another $10,000 for a charity of their choice. I think this is an awesome story. Really gives you a reminder this time of year that these people, you know, they're working hard for us to make sure your gifts get there on time. I saw someone driving through the snow yesterday delivering packages. So make sure you thank your drivers, and this is a great way to give back as well. All right, before we go, Greg, how about one more check of the weather?
Yeah, it's really just foggy is really going to be the story this morning, with maybe a slick spot here or there. But we could have some more light snow or rain this afternoon. Roads will be raining wet, and we have a stronger storm on the horizon. But really for La Crosse, too, once we get rid of the fog, still a few showers here and there. Temperatures will be above freezing. That's the good news. The roads will be wet this afternoon. Same story for Madison, too. Those could linger into this evening. Roads will be wet tomorrow. Good idea is to watch the freeze and fog potential. That's what we're really kind of focusing on tomorrow and through the next few days, too, as you see the 10-day coming up right there.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.